Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing this human gladiator of Fedhas for the 0.18 release tournament. And it's still just you and me. I am assured that Rose is coming back eventually. I hope you guys enjoy that she's here, but also if you're watching this video series at all, you are probably also are used to tolerating just me by myself. So it sounds like that's what we're going to have for a little while longer. I think I want to do a little more of dungeon before I head into Orc, and that's fine because we haven't found Orc yet, so we kind of have to anyway. Ooh, killer bees. Let's just stare dance them a bit. Let's not. I was gonna evolve that, but there's no real need to, just for some kobolds. There we go. Let's take a few mushrooms with us. All right, we've got a sizable, or not a sizable, I should say, a serviceable corridor here. It's kind of hard to get our plants involved at the moment. I'm just carrying so much crap. Why? What is all this crap that I am carrying? You know what? I think we've trained enough shields. There you go. I said it. We've got enough shields. Since I still do not want to commit to the Shield of the Gong long term. We have a great two-handed weapon that we're ready to switch to. I don't want to, like... Right now, shield is my highest skill, which is, like, awful. It's great right now because I have the Shield of the Gong, and that's helping me a lot in some situations. In others, it's causing problems, of course. Let's drop my poison needles and my stones, I guess. I like to use them to get monsters' attention, even though they're not really doing any appreciable damage. But anyway, I want to switch to a two-hander, and right now I feel like we're getting enough benefit out of the Shield of the Gong that we don't need to train more in order to survive. So I want to instead focus on the future. Needles. Don't pick up new kinds of needles, please. What else does it want to pick up? Stones. Don't pick those up either. Drop, like, confusion. I don't know, all the stuff's pretty good. Royal jelly. Pizza. Sure. I kind of want the pizza. I want to have something that I can eat in a single turn, unlike the royal jellies or bread that I'm carrying that costs like 3 turns to eat. Yeah, Dungeon 10 was no trouble at all. How's our short blades training? We're up to 11 on short blades and more on long blades. Yeah, maybe I should have eaten one of those guys. No big deal. Let's eat this orc, though. Yeah, all the monsters in here are so weak. It's like, whenever I finish lair all in one go, I'm reminded of just, like, how that's not really the optimal thing to do. When you find lair 1 is usually, like, a safer place to be than whatever nasty floor of the dungeon you were on. But it accelerates, as you get deeper, of course. And let's... Yes? And, oh, really? I didn't realize I was in range of that. That's a problem. Oh, I guess it's not a problem. Great. We didn't get confused, and we didn't take a lot of damage. And so going back to the dungeon, if you start running into trouble in Lair, going back to the dungeon can be a good way. Why can I not convert this orc corpse? Can be a good way to get back to encrusted ringmail, to a sort of safer and easier group of enemies, at least for a while. Let's try wearing it. That's not very good. Now it looks like our Ballista Mesite is hopefully just going to continue to spread chaos. We're finding a lot of good evocables this game, actually. It'd be nice to make use of them somehow or other. But I just have a lot of stuff to train, and I don't know if I am comfortable training Evo right now. Let's drop the spare Wand of Ice Blast. I still have a lot of stuff I haven't identified. Stop picking up beef jerky, please. Identify a potion, great. Might, great again. Read enchant armor on my gloves. Yeah, so we can handle not orc dungeon pretty easily. It seems like the Shield of the Gong is helping, of course. Yeah, holding tab works out well in here. A little bit reckless, but we're pretty strong. Okay, Orc Knight. I'm not going to hold tab through that, but I will tap tab. And it turns out that was fine. And we found Orc. Let's do Dungeon 12 first, or at least take a peek. Oh, let's bring our mushrooms with us, huh? There we go. Oh, new scroll. It was useless. Eight-headed Hydra. And I don't have any dead stuff nearby to work with. But I think, I mean, I can probably just melee this guy, really. We've done that already, I think, in the past. But I want to have my back to these plants so I can back off to the mushrooms if things get bad. Yeah, we got them, though. What was that? A Rolka? Oh, of course. Sunlight, please. There we go. That'll help us hit her, and it'll let the mushrooms know that they have work to do. Gotta remember we have that one. It's like useful for more than just invisible enemies, but it's especially useful for invisible enemies. And it's a real shame to not use it. Like, I should be using it for pretty much any fight where my enemies are going to be standing still for a while. I'll just light up the area that I know they'll be in, and it just makes them easier to hit. Yeah, invisibility is no problem with FedHuas. I forgot all about that. All right, we made it up to 6 stars of piety. That's good. Not a big deal, of course, but it's just a nice, convenient milestone to celebrate, even though it doesn't mechanically make a big difference compared to 5 stars. Potions of magic, fine. Oh, boots. So like this is something that I should be using sunlight on as well, right? There we go. Now both we and the mushrooms will have an easier time hitting it, and just simplifies the fight and makes it a little bit less of a problem. Okay, I think Dungeon 13 would be pushing it a little, so we'll just head to Orc. Yeah, and of course we're still making a lot of noise, but it's fine. There wasn't much on this level, as it turns out. Or this part of the level, of course. Orc is split up a bit this time. Yeah, let's drop some sunlight down here. Like, I don't know, over there, it doesn't really matter, but all it costs is a little MP, so might as well spam it, right? And we'll be able to... I don't really want to commit to finishing Orc 2 without going back upstairs first. I'm thinking of setting up a fungal colony. Like right here, 4 spores. Even though they're not doing a lot where they are, I could send them out to go... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So A, D, yes. It only made 1. Apparently you can't have multiple... Oh, the spore stuck up on me! Ah, I have clarity. That's why I'm not getting confused. I forgot because it's so rare to have clarity these days. But we're sort of immune to the confusion from those things. That helps a lot. They still do a big chunk of damage, but being immune to the clarity effect, confuse effect, helps a lot. Makes it a lot less likely that you're going to be suddenly caught into a terrible situation. Let's those are all toadstools, huh? There's a ballistimacete here and here. Let's just evolve this guy. And we're just going to let that sort of gradually make the level more better for the environment. It's just going to spread a bunch of spores everywhere, basically, is the plan. And then those will colonize. What is this? This is a weird vault. It looks kind of like the Pandemonium portal vault, except, can I make any spores? Yes. Nice. Get exploded on. Except it's kind of rare. Normally it's sort of out in the open. And I think it would be possible for a natural passage like this to lead into the Pandemonium portal, but it just would not. It would surprise me is all. I haven't seen it do that before. And we'll eat this orc. Oh, I guess I'm not hungry? I thought I was hungry for some reason. How many shouts was that? That's the thing about Gong. You hear a ton of shouts. I think one of my favorite Gong messages is, "You hear a shout, X64." Like, wow, that's depths for you. Yeah, I don't think that this is, in fact, the Pandemonium portal. Oh, good work, Wandering Mushroom. Yeah, I can't make any useful spores. Let's back up to here, where we already have sort of a beachhead of sorts. And we'll just evolve this one to give them something to think about while they chase us. The guys who got past the trap, of course, are not very friendly to me. Okay, fine, though. Let's go see how this is all going. It's all very exciting. Yeah, the hyperactive one blew itself up, wore itself out. But I mean, it's just sort of making more spores. That's fine. It'll spread all over the level, and the orcs will have an infestation on their hands before long. Yeah, there's a shop right there. It actually does look like the Pan portal, maybe. I don't know. I guess I'm not sure. Let's take a mushroom with us. Oh yeah, yeah, this is it for sure. The diamond shape. What? Something's hitting me. Something invisible. Where is it? Let's just sunlight myself. Yes. There he is. Sunlight, say... Ah! Here? That didn't work too well. I'm thinking about putting down a spore pretty soon here, but I want to get a little bit better value. I don't think I'm really going to. Let's just put it, yeah. What happened? I failed. All right, so it hurts me a bit, but it hurts them a lot, and it confuses them. What an ability, right? Jeez. Just like blew up that whole pack. And then it's also going to continue to do nasty stuff to the rest of the level for at least a little bit. Spreading spores, you know. I'm perfectly happy to leave. Let's back up. Leave the Pan portal somewhat unexplored for the moment. Oh, it's Snorg. Hello. Yeah, Berserk is a problem. But I don't know. Not really, I guess. We block all of the attacks. Doesn't matter how strong they are. Glowing chainmail. I should try that out. It could be like +2 chainmail of poison resistance, which would be a strict improvement over what we were wearing. +2 of magic resist, not that useful. Since we're already maxed out, right? Yep. Okay, glowing plate. I'd like to at least take a look at. We're at 25 and 4 right now. No. 28 and 2. and we picked up cold resist instead of poison resist. I really do want the poison resist, though. All right, let's head into here. It looks like, well, I don't know. We can just mark it all as off limits and come in later, right? Clear out the rest of the floor, see what's up. The rest of the floor has already come to see us with all the explosions and gongs. So, fine. I guess we just head in, huh? Try to pull it off in small chunks if we can, still. I know we've been, like, somewhat cavalier in, like, just charging into groups and then trying to blow them up, but that is the end vault. Oh, let's get out of the way of this giant spore before it blows me up. Hello? Leave me alone, please. There we go. I mean, I don't know. I guess it would be nice if it blew up the Orc Knight, but... Nice. So we're starting to see giant spores everywhere. That's good. I think. I mean, I guess I must be sort of under the belief that it's good because I'm making it happen. It's exactly what I'm trying for. And I think that it eventually is a good thing for me, but I'm not totally sure. The spores everywhere are sort of just like randomly, they sort of randomly kill monsters, but I'd like them to kill the specific monsters who are causing me trouble, who are all inside this vault, right? The other thing is we should consider using rain in here where we can, because like I mentioned on the previous episodes when we had Rose here still, rain is just maybe actually it wasn't. Maybe it was last episode after she left. I don't remember. At any rate, rain is shallow water is a very big debuff. You end up you have slowed movement, and half of your attacks like just don't work. You fumble your attack and do nothing instead of attacking. So for monsters who can't fly or swim, that's a big, big penalty. Which we can use if we need it. There should be like some demon spawns in here. You know, I wouldn't mind raining on those guys. Actually, let's just buy all the identify right now. We have like a lot of stuff that I want to know what it's all about. Great. Now we know. I'm not sure exactly where would be a good place to put rain is the problem. Right, you want it to be somewhere that it, like, a place that you could think about is like, oh, let's put it in this hallway here, right? Monsters are gonna have to go through that to come to me, but like, I don't know, you have to. We've been going back and forth through that hallway, and I don't want to be in the rain. So I just got word, by the way, from Rose that she should be with us for the next episode. She's awake, got some stuff to do, but then after that, we'll be coming back. So we'll just clear up Orc, and then next episode she should be ready to join us, I would think. All right, so the real nasties hang out like right in here. Okay. So this is something that it would be nice to rain on, you know? I think. The problem is if we do make any rain, it's going to be getting in our way as we retreat as well, right? Which I will probably want to do at some point.
So what I'm thinking is maybe the spot where I'm standing right now is the best place for there to be water, because it's a natural corner the monsters are going to have to turn, and they'll be caught in a bad situation as they try to chase us. So what I'm thinking is we back up, then we put down some rain, which goes in like a 2-tile wide radius around you. And then we use sunlight to dry up the rain behind us. And that's sort of a slow process. Sunlight doesn't dry stuff up instantly. But we can do that. We can set that all up while we're waiting for the monsters. Well, I guess not quite, but we can get started on it anyway. Let's try it. So let's put down some rain. I fail. A, E again. Got it. So he splashes around in the water. That's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. And let's just put down some sunlight behind us here. And that should let us escape once we decide that's a good thing to do. Yeah, there we go. Meanwhile, we've got this humongous debuff to whatever single monster we're fighting. This isn't a perfect kill hole, but enemies seem disinclined to run around it, which is nice. We're fighting only one at a time, when they could come up this way. They just don't seem to want to, so I'm okay with that. Killed one of them. Good. Here's another. Yeah, still water there. Good. So, and if we wanted to, we could turn that into deep water at some point. But you can't do it while, deep water drowns monsters, but you can't like just turn the square they're on into deep water and drown them. And HuAs doesn't approve of that, I guess. At any rate, you can't do it. Whether that's because HuAs would disapprove, I don't know. The game doesn't let you. This is a great kill hole. I'm real happy with it. So we just stepped around the corner to confirm, yep, still monsters. And to make sure that they know about us. So, I mean, there's a downside to this, which is that we can't use sunlight on their position because it would dry up the water, but that's fine. We get more than enough advantage from the rain that I don't mind lacking sunlight. What did we get? Just a bunch of junk. All right, we'll shout. That ought to get a little bit of attention. And, hello? Are you guys coming? I really would like you to be right here. Thanks. Got the Rust Devil. All right. Can Rust Devils fly? No. Good. He got me a little corroded, but not too bad. And now we've lured an Orc Sorcerer. Yeah, this is going swimmingly. Ah, swim! The water! Swimmingly! All right, we got another High Priest. Gonna have to step around the corner here through our own water, which I don't like very much. Really, he summoned a lot of demons, didn't he? Okay, that ought to maybe lure them into the right place. We heard 8 shouts a second ago, so there's still like at least 8 monsters in there, so I don't want to charge in. All right, that got everybody's attention pretty well. I'm surprised actually that the monsters aren't willing to walk around this a little bit. I don't know if it's because of the water or just the shape of the pillars. I feel like I've tried to do this before and it hasn't really worked this well. And so I'm inclined to believe that the water has something to do with it. But I don't actually know. Right, there's this infernal demon spawn. He can't figure out how walls work, it seems like. Maybe that'll get their attention to over there. And like, I really don't want to fight them in here. But it looks like I have to at least go in there to get their attention. And then I'm going to have to go through the water to get out. Gives them time to summon several things. All right. Oh, look, everything leveled up just then. That's handy. How's our invocations? I wouldn't mind a little more. Still some demon spawn in there, and apparently a high priest. Interestingly, he was willing to go around the corner when his own 6 furry was in the way. I don't quite understand why, if he wouldn't do it otherwise. Oh, nice stab. All right, finally, the Infernal Demon Spawn has noticed us. I've never, like, I remember in my first FedOS game, I was a merfolk, probably gladiator, right? Obvious merfolk. Wow, what armor is he wearing? Scale mail? Seems like it's impossible to hurt him. I was a merfolk of FedOS, and my plan was like rain, right? You can swim, and merfolk get a slight evasion bonus when they're in water. And so my plan was to make water that I can swim in. And like, that's cool, I guess. It kind of works. But it's like, it's a 5 pip god ability you need to put a ton of invocations into for like getting +5 EV. That's not really what it's for. What it's for is setting up traps, either by creating areas that monsters can't really move through, or by forcing them to fight in unfriendly territory. I'm 100% buying that Wand of Hasting, of course. The rest of the stuff, nah. We'll just auto-explore the rest of this place. And get out of Orc. Is there anything on my shopping list or something? No. All right, great. So we won't buy it then. And there you go. I went to Lair for some reason. I meant to go out of Orc, and I thought that Orc was in Lair, so I said to go to Lair, but I meant to go to Dungeon. Let's go back to the Dungeon now. Great, we're in Dungeon. And that'll do it for this episode. Next episode, you should hear more than one voice. So I hope you guys have that to look forward to, or rather, you do have that to look forward to, and I hope that you appreciate it. So there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.